Hello students. In our last lecture, we have studied the introduction to the phonology topic. And this particular so-called study of sounds makes us implicit to study the types of sound. And to begin with, definitely we are going to study the vowel sounds. Vowel sounds, as we have drawn the chart, we have seen the organs of speech, and these organs of speech that we use to utter these sounds. If to define the vowels, we have defined that the vowels are the sounds. For the production of the vowel sounds, the air comes out of the lungs without any kind of a closure, and such sounds are called as vowel sounds. And as we have seen, we have drawn a chart. So this chart is going to be always useful. So this chart is always going to be useful for our purposes. And as we know, we have in the stomach the lungs. The lungs, when the air comes out from the lungs, the air comes out freely without any kind of a closure in the speech organs. Such sounds are called as vowels. So vowels are defined in such way. Again, if we think, we have the patch of tongue, and as we have studied, the patch of tongue are like this. Okay. This may be called as the patch of tongue. And these parts of tongue is useful for the description of the vowel sounds. As we have seen, the sounds that we can find here are categorized as per the place of the articulation. This particular tongue, as we know, we can just think that this part of the tongue is like this. This is our tongue. Okay. This may be called as our tongue. So, as per the parts of tongue, we can categorize them as front. This is central part of the tongue, and this is the back part of the tongue. If the mouth is open position, see like this, open position. So we have open position. This is half open position. This is closed, and this is half closed position. Half closed position. See, if the tongue is within the lower teeth citadels, as we see, okay, the position of the tongue is open position. If the tongue is slightly raised, it's half open position. If the tongue is brought just above or near the roof, okay, above us, okay, this is the roof we can see, okay. So this roof is called as half closed position, okay. And if the tongue is brought very close to the upper roof, or we can say the hard array, it's called as the closed position. So we have the four positions of the tongue, and these vowels are categorized as per the plus of articulations. So how to use this? Okay, so we have to think, just think about. So here and here we do have this E sound. E sound. We have here as A sound. A sound. We have here or somewhat here as A sound. Okay, A sound. Then we have three A sounds, okay, that we have to understand here. Okay, so we have here a short A sound. Then we have another sound is a sound, and we have a slightly raised position. We have another A sound. Okay. At the back of the tongue, we have seen, see, we have some words. Definitely, we can have the sound R sound. Okay. Somewhere it's here. Okay. R sound. Then we have O sound. Here we do have another O sound like this. Here we have U sound. And here we have another sound that is also longer U sound. So in this way, these sounds that we see, okay, these are 8 vowel sounds. We know these sounds are derived from 5 vowel sounds. Okay, so 8 vowel sounds that we see here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 vowel sounds. Okay, and 8 are again another vowel sounds. Okay. See, we will study these 8 vowel sounds again in our next lecture. But there is a difference in this. Okay, the difference is this, that these vowels are solo, means one, single, and that is what they form as mono, single, monophthongs. Thongs means vowel, and these 8 are di. Di stands for 2. So these are called as diphthongs. These are called as diphthongs. So in this way, we do have the description of these sounds in this particular say chart. We can easily find, and if we place this is basically is placed in our mouth. Okay, so let's think about this. Okay, like this. So in this way, we may have the chart here. This is the front, this is central, and this is back part of the tongue. For the production of the vowel sounds, which part of the tongue is raised? Okay, which part of the tongue is raised, that we have to understand here. Okay, see, so this particular tongue, this is our tongue. We see the part of the tongue is raised. The front part, the central part, and the back part. Front part, central part, and back part of the tongue. So in this way, we have to use this so-called technique. Okay. Again, as we have seen, we have to describe the height. This is the parts of the tongue, and this is the height of the tongue. The vertical, say, nomenclatures, naming, system of naming. The vertical names are given in this particular chart indicates the height of the tongue is raised to the position. So in this way we can have such a description. It helps us to describe the words. One more thing is that the two dots after the sound, two dots after the sound indicates that the sounds are longer, longer. Okay. See, in the same way, we do have this particular sound. Okay. The sounds where you find the two dots are longer sounds, and rest of them are shorter sounds. Means its utterance is shortened. And for the long vowels, we have the length of the sound. Okay. So length of the sound, as we know, are indicated by such a mark. Okay. So the difference can be this is E. This is long E. Okay. See, in the words, in say we can have some words. Okay. So city. City is the city where we find this word E, city. Sea, samudra. Sea or sea. In such a way, we do have the longer E sound. Okay. So in this way, we can have this particular. Appear for the better clarification and understanding of the sounds, we must understand that we have to write these sounds in Marathi for our better purpose, for our understanding, and that will help you. That will help you to understand these sounds in very clear way. Okay? So this is E sound. E. This is longer E. Okay. This is A sound. This is O sound. This is A sound. Okay. We have A sound. It's longer. Okay. We have this sound and short O sound, just like cut, cup. Okay. So we have this particular sound. Again, we can have the O sound, shorter O. It's longer O. Okay. Audible. Okay. Saw. Audible. Saw. See, this is who sound. This is shorter who sound, and this is longer who sound. So in this way, okay. One more sound that is longer sound. It's longer sound. So in such a way, we have these 12 sounds that we have to understand. Okay. Again, as we have studied in our last lecture, how to describe the vowel sound, it is very much necessary for us to understand that these sounds are described as per the parts of the tongue and the height of the tongue. Okay, so we can use this kind of a technique. Again, we have to indicate the lips position. Lips do have some positions, and these positions are sorry, lips has the positions, and these positions are, as we know, uh, the positions are neutral, raised, slightly raised, okay. Then see, rounded, close rounded, okay. Neutral are the positions. Lips, lips position. Tongue position is, say, as for the height, we can indicate the position of the tongue, and in this way we can indicate the positions of the tongue. The positions of the tongue are open position, half closed position, half open position, and closed positions. So these positions are there that we need to describe. But as a student of English, this, these are sounds that we have received as per the British received British received pronunciation, and British received pronunciation, there is a history behind this. It's a southern part of British Isles where the standard English was spoken. And over the years and 100 years, the sounds were very, say, musical to listen. These sounds were very much influencing the people, and definitely all those policy makers from the government and from the linguists, they come together and they have studied the standard form of English language that is spoken there, and that is what it has been made a law by the British government that this sound needs to be acquired, officially acquired, and the same English should be acquired for its very good structure, for its audible, for its musical quality, and that is what the British received pronunciation is made. The standard language from the southern part of British Isle was used officially, a law was made, and the same English should be adopted in schools and colleges and universities. At the same time, the same English should be spread out to the other parts of the world where Britishers do have the colonies. And that is what the language policy was adopted by the British government. And by this law, the same English that is the southern and very standard English that has been used by Britishers, we inherited that English, and that is what we remark in, that the sounds are as per British received pronunciation. RP, received pronunciation. And that is what we need to think about, the British received pronunciation, and these sounds are as per the British received pronunciation. So, in short, if we have to describe these sounds, I will indicate some of the sounds by which you can definitely describe these sounds. Okay? See, for the production of the E sound, okay, just take an example. See, this is short E sounds. For the production of E sound, the front part of the tongue is raised just below the half closed position. The front part of the tongue is raised just below the half closed position or closed position, or at the half closed position. The air comes out without any kind of a closure. The lips, the front part is raised. The lips are in neutral position. E stands for neutral positions. Okay. So how the lips are to be described? Definitely we have four positions of the lips. Okay. So we have to indicate these lips positions. Okay. This position can be called as neutral. Okay. This position is called as spread. Okay. Then we do have these next positions are is close rounded, it's close rounded, and we do have another position, it's open rounded. It's open rounded positions. Means for the production of the E sound, our lips are neutral position. Okay? A, we have spread position. For close rounded, we have oo sound. See the hole oo. Our lips, a small hole. Okay, lips makes a small hole. So it's a close, rounded. And for the production of the O sound, sound, ah, so we do have the open rounded position. Okay. So like this, we have this type of positions, and these four positions of the lips needs to be described here when we were discussing when we are discussing these vowel sounds. Okay. In our earlier lecture, we have studied some part of this, okay, vowel and how we have to describe them. So few points are there, and these few points needs to be mentioned while describing these sounds. Okay, so just for the purposes that we have to think about how we are having. Okay, another important point is here is vocal cords. Okay, the position of the vocal cords. See, vocal cords. This is closed. The vocal cords are brought together to produce the vocal cords vibrate. If we put our finger here, we can feel the vibrations, because vibrations are felt because we have such a vibration. The air comes out, vibrates on the muscle parts. Okay, that causes these vibrations. If we look, okay. Again, we have another vocal cords position, and this position is the vocal cords are apart. They are apart. Okay, this position is called as voiceless. Voiceless. But for the production of the vowel sounds, all sounds are produced with the vocal cords closed. Means vocal cords vibrate for all vowel sounds. There is a friction that you can feel on your fingertip. So in this way, definitely it will help you to understand this basic structure of our say pronunciation and why we have to study this. Why university has prescribed this particular topic for our purposes. It's that our English students should pronounce as per the Britishers' way. We have to utter our sounds just like the foreigners. We should be intelligible. Okay? फॉरेनर कुठले असतील तर त्यांच्याशी आपण संवाद साधत असताना आपलं जे काही बोलणं आहे त्यांना समजावं यासाठी आपण या ब्रिटिश वेसेव प्रोनाउन्सिएशनचा अभ्यास हा इंडियन युनिव्हर्सिटीज मध्ये आणि कॉलेजेस मध्ये केला जात असतो so that we should be at par at the international level. Okay, so try to listen and re-listen and try to draw these pictures. It will help you to understand this particular phonology topic in a better way. Okay, so and try to describe for this purposes few books. Oxford University book that is available in our library that you can read. Harrison and Bunsen spoken English. That book is also with a CD form. Okay, so you can listen to the CD also. Can use these sounds. Okay, so in this way, definitely you can refer these books and you will get a very good so-called marks. Okay, thank you.